Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into some of the most intriguing and potentially game-changing rumors swirling around the league right now, especially for us Falcons fans. There's a lot to unpack, and it's got the potential to reshape our NFC South rivalry and seriously boost our chances this upcoming season. The buzz is all about the Philadelphia Eagles and a certain wide receiver, A.J. Brown. There's speculation that the Eagles might be looking to make a bold move, and if it happens, it could send shockwaves through the division and give us a real shot at climbing higher in the NFC hierarchy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would the Eagles even consider trading a player of Brown's caliber? Well, it's a mix of cap space issues, injury concerns, and their ongoing rebuild, especially on the offensive line. The Eagles are sitting at 8-2 but have a pretty tight cap situation, only around $9 million available, and their offensive line has been leaking sacks, with Hurts under pressure, getting hit 25 times in just a few games. That's not sustainable, especially when you're trying to make a deep playoff run. So some sources close to the league, including Adam Schefter, have been whispering about a possible trade that would send Brown to the Falcons in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. Imagine that, A.J. Brown coming to Atlanta, wearing the red and black, becoming our frontline WR1. That's a game changer. We're talking about a physical, contested catch receiver who can stretch the field and make those critical plays in clutch moments. Brown's profile is exactly what we need to complement Drake London, who's 9 yards per catch has been solid, but could be even more lethal with a true deep threat alongside him. The Falcons' offense has been a bit stagnant lately, averaging only 22.1 points per game, and adding a player like Brown with his ability to create mismatches and win contested catches could push that number into the high 20s or even 30s. Let's dig into what Brown has achieved so far. In the current season, he's played 9 games and hauled in 58 receptions on 82 targets for 750 yards, averaging 12.9 yards per catch with 4 touchdowns. Over his career, he's amassed nearly 500 yards with 54 touchdowns, and his stats show a guy who excels in contested situations, winning 62% of his battles and averaging 5.1 yards after the catch per reception. His EPA per target stands at plus 0.35, and his deep accuracy rate hits close to 48%, making him a true downfield threat. Injuries have been minimal, just missing 1 game due to a shoulder, and he's known for his durability and consistency. Now, why would the Eagles consider parting ways with him? Well, besides the cap crunch, they're eyeing extensions for players like Saquon Barkley, which could hit their cap hard, around $15 million, plus they're focusing heavily on bolstering their front line. Their pass rush has been decent but not elite, with pressure rates around 32%, and they'll need to prioritize protecting Hurts better if they want to go all the way. Trading Brown could free up a significant chunk of cap space, around $20 million, which they could redirect into their defensive line or playmaker upgrades elsewhere. For us Falcons, this isn't just about adding a star receiver. It's about transforming our offense from good to elite. Brown's addition could push our aerial attack from around 220 yards per game to over 290 yards, giving Desmond Ridder a true weapon to work with on the outside. His route running and ability to create mismatches would open up opportunities for Kyle Pitts, who's won 7 yards per route so far, could see a boost with Brown drawing coverage away from him. And let's not forget, Brown's ability to make contested catches and win in tight windows would be vital in red zone situations, where our percentage of touchdowns has been a little below league average, around 45%. This trade could also have a significant impact on our third down conversions. Currently, we're converting about 32% of third downs, which isn't terrible, but with Brown's ability to win contested routes and pick up extra yardage, that number could jump to over 50%. That's the kind of upgrade that can sustain drives and wear down defenses, setting up easier scoring opportunities for our offense led by Ridder. And with the added threat of Brown on the field, defenses would have to adjust, creating more space for Tyler Allgeier and Bijan Robinson in the running game. Speaking of Robinson, the potential for defenses to overcommit to stopping our passing game would open lanes for him, boosting his yards per carry and EPA. Robinson's 4.2 yards per carry this season could see a bump as defenses focus more on containing Brown and London. This kind of balanced attack is exactly what we need to keep defenses guessing and stay unpredictable. Plus, with the defense set to gain some stability, raising their top-end efficiency from 29 minutes per game to around 33, our team overall would become more consistent, both offensively and defensively. Now, let's talk about the ripple effects. If this trade goes through, it would elevate the Falcons from a decent team to a real contender in the NFC. Our Super Bowl odds could shift dramatically from +12-0 to something like +4-0, making us a real threat in the playoffs. Brown's playoff experience, including a standout performance against the Cowboys in 2024 with 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, shows he can perform under pressure. His presence could boost NFC wins from 15% to around 40%, and it could even influence our chances against division rivals like the Saints, where a win could come more easily with an upgraded offense. And of course, there's the psychological boost. Bringing in a player like Brown signals to the rest of the league that the Falcons are serious about competing now, not just rebuilding. It's a statement move, a sign that we're ready to take the next step and contend for a Super Bowl with a dynamic, explosive offense. This move would also add to the narrative of a new era for the Falcons, one where Desmond Ridder has a true weapon on the outside, and our offense becomes a nightmare for defenses to handle. In summary, this potential trade is more than just a player swap. It's about retooling the Falcons' offense to reach new heights, creating mismatches, and positioning ourselves as a team that can finally break through in the NFC. The move would make us more explosive, more unpredictable, and much more dangerous come playoff time. It's a bold strategy, yes, but one that could pay off in a big way, especially if we can lock down a playoff spot and go deep into the postseason. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Falcons news.